Hello and welcome back to Tony's Cool Tools. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about the new ProSizer laser measuring device 2.0. Yes, 2.0. It's the new version. We'll show you what makes it so different than the original. I wanted to take a moment to thank Bob and Em for their generous donation to the Firewood Frenzy this year. 5 lucky attendees were able to go home with the new ProSizer 2.0, which I'm sure they're very happy to win. A little backstory. About a year ago, I ordered a triaxle load of ash from Logger John. And I wanted to find something that would make it easier to cut those because it'll be all repetitive cutting, and I wanted to have consistent size. Earlier this year, Chris from In the Woodyard and I did a review on the original ProSizer. You could check his channel out and see that version of the review. Based on comments that I received on my channel, I know there are many of you that are OCD about measuring your wood like I am. I basically started first with a piece of chalk and a tape measure and marked it. Works real good, except when it's wet, then the chalk doesn't work very good. Then I switched to a stick, marking it, and that worked out pretty good for a while as well, using the chalk. I graduated to an AccuMark or an AccuStick. I've got a couple of different versions of this. I like this one as well. And I even have the Mingo marker. All of them have positives and negatives on them. And yes, technology finally has come into the firewood business, and that's the ProSizer. There are two different models of the ProSizer, the standard one, the first generation, and then the new swivel model. What comes with the original is the CNC fully aluminum clamp, the laser, 2 stainless steel screws. It comes with a USB cable. It does come with the Allen wrench here on either one of them. And on the new version, the 2.0 type version, it does have the swivel. Everything is exactly the same, but you get an extra Allen wrench. The other thing are these little rubber grommets. If the handle on your chainsaw is smaller, like possibly the MS-261 steel saw, you might use one of these on the inside here, and it will tighten up on the handle. Installation of the original model or the new version, the new swivel version, is identical. You want to mount it on the bar, making sure that you don't put it near your cap, your oil cap or gas cap, whichever, and making sure that you have enough room here to plug your USB cord in. And then this slides right on top, and you tighten it up, and then you make your adjustments where you need to here. And that's it. The only difference on this one here is that it has the swivel portion of it, which we'll show you momentarily. Here's a unit that's already installed, so you get a better idea of how it looks. I've installed the unit but not tightened it down fully. I've turned the laser on, and now what I do is I bring it to a wood that I know is 16 inches. I'll bring it to the log, to the outside where the kerf cuts. I'm a little shy, so I will move it over just a little bit. Once I'm satisfied, right there, I will tighten the screws up. Here's where the advantage of the new 2.0 version comes in. When I put this on the piece of wood, I can move this up or down depending on how long my bar is to get a better reference point. So right there. One of the questions I often get is, can you see this in direct sunlight? As you can see, there's your laser mark. Anywhere on this, you can see that laser mark with no problem in direct sunlight. Now that you've seen the installation of the ProSizer on the saw, let's go get some firewood poles. We're going to be using the CK4010 Coyote tractor and the Frostbite grapple. Oh, and by the way, within the next couple of weeks I'll be doing a review on both the Frostbite grapple and the Wicked 55 grapple. I think you'll find that interesting. It'll at least give you some options to purchase in the future if you're looking for a grapple. This is my inventory of firewood poles. As you can see, I have to shoehorn it any place I can find room, and this is it, which does not leave me a lot of room to work with here. Once I get the logs in my staging area, the next step that I would have to do is to mark the logs with the standard AccuMark or the Mingo marker. By using the ProSizer, I eliminate that one step, and that saves me a heck of a lot of time. Okay, we're ready to cut. I've put my PPE on, and I've turned my laser on, and we'll go ahead and show you how this works. I set the laser on the edge of the wood. Here are the two pieces that I just cut. As you can see, they're identical there, and they're at 16 and a quarter. So if I wanted to, I could tap it over just a smidge, but I'm at 16 inches. So, and a lot of it has to do with you practicing and getting in a rhythm. Now what I'm going to show you is not only can you work left to right, you can work right to left as well. Let me show you. I put my saw on the edge here and take a mark where the laser is pointing. I just look at that. I come right over here and I make the cut. Let me show you how that works. These are the two pieces that I cut from right to left. As you can see, they're both identical and 16 inches. So regardless of whether you go left to right or right to left, it's still as accurate as you can imagine. In my opinion, this is where the ProSizer really shines. When I'm doing a bunch of logs like this, I don't have to take the extra step and mark anything. Turn my laser on and go to town. Here we go. Here are the pieces that I've just cut. As you can see, they're all uniform. They may have a variation of maybe 1/2 of an inch, if that, depending. But just like all these that I cut recently, they're all going to be the same. That's the advantage of the ProSizer. Here's the other benefit that I have. This is some of the wood that came down in the tornado or straight line winds that I had. If I just came here with the saw and I didn't know where 16 inches, I want to maximize every piece on this tree so I don't get any cookies out of it, or as minimal amount of cookies as possible. I will go ahead and set the laser on and I'll show you here. I don't have to carry an AccuMark or anything else with me. I already have everything I need right here. As you can see how quickly that went, now I know that these are 16 inches because of the laser mark that I have on them. Well, I hope you found this video on the ProSizer, both the older model and the 2.0 version, informative and entertaining. In full disclosure, I did purchase my first ProSizer from Bob. Bob had sent me and Chris from In the Woodyard the new ProSizer to try, and that's how I did the review on this, as I had the product. So probably the next most important question you're wondering is, what is the cost? The original version is $64.50 and the new swivel model is $74.50. That includes shipping, except for Canada. There's additional charges on that. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And pass it forward. Make the world a better place. And don't be a tool. Watch Tony's Cool Tools. Thanks. Until next time, we'll see you later.